Well, we didn't do a whole hell of a lot yesterday. We went for a little drive and checked out a couple of RV parks, and it's Tuesday the 9th of October. It's about 20 after 12, and we ate at the Cracker Box, which has been here for 32 years in Carson City. It always wins the best the breakfast of the city in the paper, and it was good. So here's what Carson City looks like. Not much. We're heading to Virginia City, so we'll see what's next. Our first stop in Virginia City finds us at the Virginia and Truckee Railroad Station. We're going to take a quick pass here because we're going to get on the 120 train, and it's 120. Here we are on the train. Here are the shops and some old cars.
Farther in this bend. Passing along the west side of our train here in just a moment will be the Collar Mine, established by Billy Collar. $3.5 million. And it did so on the stock exchange in San Francisco. The promoters in charge of this property whipped up investors into a frenzy, raising $3.5 million, which they then rode off into the sunset with just before word.
Here we are at the Gold Hill Station in Gold Hill, Nevada. 15,000 people used to live in this town. And like the conductor said, you wonder where all the houses and everything went. Well, they got torn down systematically, he says, and brought up to Reno, and then the Sparks in 1901, and rebuilt. It's a beautiful day. Nice fall day in God's country.
Go.
Here I am at the Bonanza in Virginia City. Oh, already breakthrough. This is why gambling is a sin. Oh, I won 6. Oh, gambling is great. We'll try it one more time. They used to give you a free roll of nickels here, and now it's you give them $3 and you get $4 in change back. So times are tough even in Virginia City. Money, 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 money. The heartbreak of psoriasis. We'll see what's next. Here's Sue cashing out her 14 coins. Are you a winner?
14 coins.
14 coins.
Cents.
70 cents. For your $2 investment, huh? That's why Nevada has no state income tax.
That's why it's called gambling.
Here's who putting $1 in the big double or diamond. We're going to win right here on film. $1,000. Here it comes. It isn't taking your money for some reason. Uh-oh, it's broken. What'd you do? There you go, now I'm pulling. $1,000. The heartbreak of gambling disappointment. What do you have to say about that?
What do we $2? That's why they call it gambling.
Why they call it gambling. Ooh, excuse me. We're on the sky deck at the Bonanza. This is the 100-mile view, the $1 million view. I've heard it called a couple of things. But this view is east into the wilds of God's country.
This is what you have an hour now.
I'm gonna have the crispy calamari salad, but you don't, like I said, don't know you're paying for.
Here we are inside the Delta Saloon in Virginia City. You can be in it. That's okay. And this is the suicide table. I'm a shameless tourist. Well, we all are if we're in here. So this is the suicide table where many people have killed themselves over gambling losses. That's why you shouldn't gamble. Here's a Can-Am Spider. You don't see too many of these. You see more of them now, but they are pretty cool. I like to know what it is to ride one. And the world famous Bucket of Blood Saloon, also in Virginia City, founded in 1876. It is said that it's called the Bucket of Blood because when the crew would mop up the floor at the end of the night, that the mop water would be red with blood from all the people fighting in the saloon. That's what that gentleman Bill, who's standing right there with the hat, told us. We took our little $5 Virginia City tour ride, which I've taken a couple times up here, seemingly with all my wives and other people I've taken up here. Well, if you come up to Virginia City, you need to take this. It's actually pretty cool and you learn something. Sue's in the Delta right now playing slot machines. The Delta was founded in 1863, one of the older clubs in town. So it says on the sign right there in front of it, 1876. I think it was rebuilt after the fire of 1876, but we used to come into the Delta as we looked down or up C Street to the north. We were coming up here occasionally at one time in life, Sue and I, to play bingo on Wednesday nights when we had Tuesday and Wednesday off. And we were up here often enough to where we were asked if we were locals. And here south on C Street, it was the outhouse races this last weekend, but we were playing in the long ball tournament that I won, the B Flight on Sunday. I'm pretty proud about that. It's one of the better days of my life. I played well too, so it wasn't a fluke. Or it was a fluke, you take your pick. We're on B Street, B and Union in Virginia City. It's one block up the mountain from the main drag of C Street. That's Piper's Opera House in front of us, which I've actually never been in for all the times I've been to Virginia City. Here's the Story County Courthouse, built in 1876. This is a sharp building. If you look at justice and the scales of justice, justice is not blindfolded. And that's one of the few justice statues in the country without a blindfolded justice.